I love vlog people. So it's an Ask Sam day. And I won't waste any time. I'll get right to it. Oh, you know what? I am going to say one thing. All this stuff I've gotten back about, when I made the comments about that people should have to qualify to be parents, I was talking about what Danny and I had to go through and everything between the fingerprint scans, the FBI check, the paperwork, the physicals, the blood tests, the meetings, the classes, in order to qualify to be parents, none of which we resented for a second because we thought it was very important, and we admired actually that parents had to show that they were upstanding and good and had a good foundation and low risk. And I was saying, wouldn't it be great if everybody had to go jump through a few hoops and test to be parents, but how many would actually get to be parents? And some of you have agreed, some of you understood the lightness with which I mentioned it, and some of you wrote to me, I think that the government shouldn't be involved in testing, and how would we test them, what would the test be? And it's great fun for conversation, but I'm not really suggesting that the government implement tests to be parents. A lot of great people have come from adverse circumstances. One never knows what's going to emerge from any situation. I'm just saying that, you have to take a driver's test to get a driver's license. It's easier to have a child than it is to get cable. That's all I'm saying. It's the most important, largest role and job any person can ever have in their life is to be a parent. And yet, pretty much anybody, not only can anybody be a parent, biologically if they're able, but the courts of the land pretty much uphold, like they will return a baby to a crack whore who just got out of prison with needle marks in her arms because they want that biological family together. I don't know. I'm probably stirring up more trouble here. Anyway, I wasn't completely serious. It was just a thought. I appreciate your thoughts back. Okay. Hey, everybody. It's a beautiful day here. It's going to be 108 degrees, they said, this weekend. Now, I don't live in the valley where it gets the hottest, but toasty. Toasty. Look, I'm schwitzing thinking about it. Oh, I'm not. Okay. All right. Hi, Daddy. I was just wondering how the other babies, the dogs, are adjusting to the new addition to the family. Are they a little jealous or are they protective? They're both. They're a little jealous. They understand the hierarchy has changed to a degree. Everybody kind of demoted, including Danny and me. But they're also protective. Zach, when Cooper came home, Zach was like, wait a minute, everybody's... Because we're used to kids coming over. A lot of our friends have children. And he was like, why didn't somebody take him? He looked at me and he was like, why is he here? And why is he in the sanctuary? Why is he in the bedroom? He walked over to the crib. Then he walked away and he was like, what's going on here? And he laid down, not the crib, the bassinet, which at the time was in the bedroom. Now he sleeps in his room. And kind of laid down on his big pillow. And then a few minutes later he went back over and looked in and he curled up right in front of the bassinet to protect Cooper from Emma. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, Sam, I was walking to class and thought of a video you haven't done. You should do a day in the life of Sam Harris. Wouldn't that be cool? Because we have no idea what you do. Can I just tell you that I always think there should be a camera on me? Because I am so sometimes amazed right now, especially when I'm doing daddy duty, finishing a record, meeting on the talk show, meeting with different agents and whatever, and sometimes I'm changing hats so many times. I'm on the phone talking about a song mix, and then I'm like thinking of lyric ideas to finish up something, and then I'm coming home and feeding and burping, Cooper, and Danny and I are trying to figure out. So it's amazing the different hats and the facility with which I'm kind of shocked that I'm able to kind of handle it all right now. I don't know how long that'll take, but I have to tell you that a day in the life of Sam Harris, I think it might be interesting to you because they're fun things, but I'm sure that you all have the same thing. It's like if we actually really think about like what we do, like you say you're in school, your social life and then your school and then your studies and your different relationships and what's going on. I guess that's why reality shows are popular, is because they're unpredictable. We see commonalities in them, but they're unpredictable. Whereas scripted television in the last few years became so predictable, we knew exactly what was going to happen. So we were bored. At least with real life, we're not exactly sure. But you know what? I would love to do that. And, Todd always says that I sing better when there's a spotlight on me. Okay, I'm going to admit that. Well, we'll be like in a sound check, and I'm like, I feel a little dry. I'm a little dry. A little dry. And he'll be like, Matt, turn on the spotlight. And I'm like, ah! It's so ridiculous. I literally sing better when there's a spotlight on me, and I think I'm a better person when there's a camera on me. Well, at least faster. Sam, there is a perception I've had for years about Yusuf Islam. Yusuf Islam, his former name was Cat Stevens, and he, as you probably know, is one of the judges on War on War. Certainly not that he's intolerant, but by the very nature of what I think he believes in, he is anti-homosexual. Did he have to come to terms with the nature of who you are? Has there been an agree to disagree dialogue? You know, you could say the same thing for Christians. People who perceive themselves as fundamentalists or evangelical. And yet, I know a lot of people who believe in a literal Bible who are very loving and open. I think if you look at Cat Stevens' history of the songs that he's written and the messages that he has put out there through his work, I think you would find that he is a very tolerant, very loving, very peace-loving, very equality-loving man. So because the religion that he's chosen does not necessarily mean that he is fundamentalist or thinks fags should die or whatever. So I don't think we can apply those generalities. It looks just like I wouldn't want to have all the bad things that some people say about Democrats apply to me because I'm a Democrat. Wait a minute, are there any bad things about Democrats? I don't think so. I don't think so. My grandmother was such a true blue. I'm telling you, if like Attila the Hun was running for office and he was a Democrat, my grandmother would have voted for him. She had a picture of President Roosevelt and President Kennedy in her house. You know, some people pictures of Jesus. She had pictures of Democratic presidents. I think that's because she came from the Depression era, and I think I think that was a lot of it. Anyway, she was great. She would vote for anybody who was Democratic, as I guess too. Anyway, okay. I agree with the parenting license. Okay, thank you. Someone agreed. All right, Sam. I noticed that Christian De La Fuente was from Dancing with the Stars, used to be on the class. Yes, he did indeed. Do you know him very well? Pretty well. What did you think of him? I loved Christian. Are you cheering him on to win Dancing with the Stars? I think he's great on Dancing with the Stars, especially with the one arm. Now, what I'd really like to see is someone do Dancing with the Stars with only one leg. That would be good television. Christian De La Fuente, which I learned actually today when I was getting my hair cut from Felix, the guy who cuts my hair. De La Fuente means of the fountain. Because he said something about Fuente, and I said, oh, I have a friend whose name was De La Fuente. He goes, that means of the fountain. So Christian of the fountain. That's his name, which I think I'm going to start calling him when I see him. Christian of the fountain, you dance. Wouldn't it be great to see someone do Dancing with the Stars with one leg? Or maybe no legs. Wheeling with the stars. Rolling with the stars. Fantastic. Sam, if you could summarize your philosophy of life, what would it be? I've got an idea. I do have it. In answer to that question, it was a friend of mine's birthday, and who had been going through some troubled times, and was just asking me questions about what I wanted, what I thought, and what I believed, and what I wanted for him. And I emailed him a long email, and he wrote me back, this is a couple of weeks ago, and said, will you please read this on your vlog? Because I think a lot of people might want to hear it. And so I think I'll do that. I can't fit it on this one, but I'm going to do another one. That is, I guess, my philosophy, what I think. Anyway, I'm glad you asked. I'd be happy to share it, and I'll be happy to see how the universe works. He was like, will you read this vlog? And I'm like, no, I can't. That feels stupid. It feels dumb. He goes, please read this email on your vlog. And now someone's asked about my philosophy, and I will read it. Okay, see you soon. I'll see you in a moment, because you're going to maybe look at my philosophy. All right, do something wonderful for somebody.